something. That's it.
Yo, it's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, a.k.a. Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Loc'd N Sports. Yo! What we on, 5?
Episode 5, EP 5, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, episode 5. We're back. What's going on, Lyse?
Ain't nothing much, man. Nothing much at all. But I got a couple of things to say.
Oh, you got a couple things?
How about them Cowboys?
We them boys.
Nah, facts, no cap. How about them Cowboys? Man, last time we was on here, I don't even remember what our record was. I think we on one then?
Man, we hadn't even started the season, I don't think.
So the season hadn't even started, but here we are 5 games into the season. Like Lyse just said, how about them Cowboys?
We them boys.
Let's go.
Cowboy haters is just hating us right now.
Yeah,
I see it. You're green. You're real green right now.
They're mad.
Woo! Man, Cowboys win. Cowboys won. They went into LA and destroyed the Rams. Yes, indeed. That did happen.
They did.
Cowboys took down the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yep.
Los Angeles Rams and LA, might I add. And just played a hell of a game. Hell of a game. What you think about it?
They definitely did. But before we get there, you know, like, how you been? Like, it's episode 5.
Man, I'm so excited.
I'm
so excited. I'm sorry. Look. I'm just.
What's going on?
It's Victory Monday, man. I'm sorry. I just got caught up. No, I'm good. I am really good. It's just been a great sports weekend. Been
Definitely.
A sports time period. Like, it's just been great. I've been good, working, doing what I do.
Yeah.
As always, nothing new.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Same, man. I've been good working. You know, we're still in volleyball season at work. You know, we got about 5 games left in the season, and we are hoping to make the playoffs.
Yes.
Definitely trying to stay locked in on that. But this has definitely been a weekend, a fun weekend, an eventful weekend. Celebrated a friend's birthday this past weekend. Hung out with Lyse a couple times. This past weekend.
We was outside.
We was outside a little bit. So, you know, it's been cool. It's been cool, man. So I've enjoyed my weekend and just happy that we're back and recording another episode 5.
Episode 5 coming to you live. You
Yes,
already
sir.
know.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so back to these Cowboys.
Yeah,
man.
back to the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Man. Woo! I'm telling you, like, okay, so let me back up. Let's back up. Because it's been a while since we got on this thing, right?
Yeah.
Game 1.
Oh yeah.
Game 1, September 11th, down there in Arlington at Cowboys AT&T Stadium. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Tom Brady waltzes his butt up in there. They win. They didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. But he waltzes up in there and they win. And guess what? We lose Dak Prescott.
The first game of the season.
And at that moment, I knew. I said, well, let's try again next year. How'd you feel?
Man, Lyse, I still had a bad taste in my mouth from the previous season and what happened with the San Francisco 49ers and losing to them. So watching them lose game 1 of the season in the fashion that they did just further let me know then, like, I was right. Yeah. I'm going to not wear my gear this year. I'm not taking them serious. I'm not getting my hopes up high. I'm not doing this again with the Cowboys because if you think about it, the season is so long. Mm-hmm. You know, it starts in September.
Right.
And it ends at about in February. Like, it's a long season because you're playing every Sunday. You're playing every week except for your bye week. So to know that not only did we lose that game in the fashion that we lost, did not score a touchdown in the first game, we lost our starting quarterback. Like, how do you come back from that? Everybody was talking about us. We were like clowns. Like, everybody was really like going in on us after that game, like saying our season is done. I mean, but even the fans felt that way because of, what happened the previous season. We all felt that way. Like, man, it's over with. We lost Dak for what, 5-6 weeks? We didn't know at the time. 6 to 8 weeks. We didn't really know, to a broken thumb. And it was over. Like, honestly, I had a good day that day, you know. Went to a watch party, you know, like we normally do for the Cowboys, even though they don't deserve it most of the times. Like, went to a watch party, enjoyed it. But by the end of the night, my starting quarterback is gone, and we lost, 19-3?
Right. Ain't scored not one touchdown.
We scored one field goal the entire game.
Was it 48 minutes?
I was sick. I was like really like the next day my mood was terrible. Like I'm serious. As a sports fan and just as a Cowboys fan, like
it'll do it.
My mood was bad the next day because I was just like, not again. Not again. I'm so sick of them.
Yeah.
But
Cooper Clutch. Ain't that what they call him? Cooper Clutch? Oh, big Cooper Clutch. Come on, talk to me.
Man, Cooper Rush, look, the man has been doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we 5 games into the season. Mm-hmm. The Dallas Cowboys now sit 4-1.
Come on.
So, you know, all is not just too bad right now with the Cowboys. I've been enjoying watching them play. Like I said, I told myself after last season, I was not going to just put my all into it. But here I am every Sunday watching them.
Yeah.
And I will say that, I mean, they've been making me proud a little bit. I mean, the season is still early a little bit, but they've actually been doing their thing. What you saying about it?
I mean, I felt just like you when that whole Dak debacle went down. I was just like, you know what? Fine. I mean, that's why I wasn't finna get too high on them. Or too low. Cause I mean, I knew this it's always something with these guys. It's always something. And I didn't even come into the season really confident in this team anyway. Not the offensive side of the ball. Now the defense, I was excited about the defense.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was too.
I knew the defense was gonna do something spectacular. Because the defense improved. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you can keep going. I was gonna say, like, you said you knew the defense was gonna do something spectacular. I didn't expect them to be this good.
Yeah.
I thought the defense would be good. I didn't know about the offense. I thought the defense would be good. I didn't expect them to be this good to where people are calling them like probably the best defense in the NFL.
Right. But you didn't see like the makings of it, like just how they built off of last season, and then they started getting better. They started getting more help on the defense side.
Yeah, I saw it, but my thing is, in order to win games and in the league, like you got to score some points, man. So like it wasn't even just about the defense. I felt like the defense was going to get stops. I didn't think they would be the best in the NFL, but I felt like we would get the stops, so we would get, Micah Parsons, Lawrence, like D-Law. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like we'd be all right.
Right.
But what I've been seeing these past 3-4 weeks, like these guys look amazing. And guess what? And they on my fantasy team. Hello. This defense team, this Cowboys defense is on my fantasy team. Yeah. So that makes it all even, that makes it even better.
It makes it sweet.
But like what we're seeing now, Lyse, like I didn't expect.
No, I mean, I definitely didn't. As I said before, I do believe that the starters should have played preseason. I remember we had talked about that.
Yeah. And
I still stand behind that because had maybe the starters, Dak, would have played preseason, his body would have been used to that kind of hit. Or, I mean, you really can't predict an injury.
You can't.
So I won't say that, but I do feel like preseason is necessary. A lot of people are getting hurt because the first time they have gotten contact was week 1 or week 2. And you have to have those games as buffers.
And let me say this, and we'll talk about more NBA later, but even NBA players like superstars are playing preseason games. Now, are they playing the full game?
Right.
No. But you're going to get in there for at least a quarter or two, 15 minutes, something. And for Zeke and Dak and them not to play no minutes in the preseason, I don't think that's a smart idea.
No. And I hope that going forward, we know that play your starters at least, like you said, a quarter or a half or something like that. That just has to be done. It's just, you have to be in game shape. I am a true believer that you just cannot waltz out there on any court, field, diamond, whatever, without having some kind of initial preseason or initial game first.
Agreed.
So, but that's all I gotta say about that part of it. Cooper Clutch, y'all. Cooper freaking Clutch. I would not expect this because when I knew that went down, oh God, now we got to put in Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
But I humble thyself. Come on, Cooper.
But look, to his credit, I mean, the same thing happened last season. Now, did he play 4 or 5 games in a row? No. But he did have to step in and play in a huge game, which was against the Vikings. The Vikings were playing decent football then.
Yeah.
And so he came in and won us a game. I remember we were at Texas Live.
Yeah.
Shout out to Texas Live. If you don't know, it's right next to the AT&T Stadium, right next door. But we were at Texas Live watching that game. And I remember being down, but then I remember Cooper, winning us that game. So, I mean, it's in him. Mm-hmm. But for him to go out and perform the way he's performing now not necessarily yesterday.
Right.
Because he only threw for 102 yards, I believe, or 105. That's not going to win you games. But that's our defense won us that game yesterday.
Thank you.
But Cooper, he's been doing this thing, man. I'm not even mad, and it's kind of creating a quarterback controversy.
Okay. All right, Cowboy fans. Okay, let's pump the brakes. Let's slow down. Traveling, you going 70 and a 60. Slow down. Cooper Rush is playing like a decent backup quarterback.
He is.
We'll give him that. Cooper Rush, I'm not saying that he couldn't be a starter in the league. He's just not going to be a starter for the Cowboys. But I do like the quarterback controversy. It makes for a good storyline. It makes for Dak want to get ready to get back out there. Maybe it's he's feeling that pressure. But I want to say, Cowboy fans, Dak is your starting quarterback when he gets back healthy. Now, but I will say this. Cooper Rush, he's been, keeping the team in it. He's been winning the games. If Dak does not win games when he comes back, if he doesn't have a good showing, I know Cowboy Nation will be on his head and we're going to be calling for Cooper Rush. Yep. And that's going to be a thing Dak needs to understand. That's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So Dak should not come back until he is fully healthy, that he can actually grip the ball and be able to make those throws. And also I want Dak to honestly look at what Cooper Rush is doing. He's throwing the ball upfield.
Right.
Okay? He dinks and dunks, but Cooper Rush is not scared to air that thing out.
He's hitting them too, and they are making amazing catches off these throws as well.
Exactly. And I'm going to get there too, because CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to call you to the front of the church here in a minute, but I'm going to give you a second. Cooper Rush is keeping the guys in it, and he's closing out the games. He's been clutch because we've gotten down, mm-hmm. and he answers and responds
immediately.
Exactly, and that's something Dak needs to be paying attention to. This guy, Cooper Rush doesn't come to me as a egotistical player. Doesn't look like he's just trying to take somebody's spot. He look like he's just next man up. I think Dak really needs to take heed to that, because if you do not perform whenever your due date is back, Cowboy fans will be calling for that head, Dak. Dakota Rain.
They
Prescott. You hear me? Cowboy fans will be on your head.
Yes.
So
and I'm one of those fans that's gonna be on your head, because
Velz quick to get rid of quarterback. You see what she did when she couldn't wait to get rid of Romo.
Well, I knew Romo was done, and I just saw something in Dak. It was just time.
Velz a quarterback killer.
I'll say this. I feel like we should ride Cooper until the wheels fall off. Ride the hot hand, especially next week whenever we play the Eagles. Do not force Dak back in this big game. The Eagles right now are 5-0. They are in our division. They are playing amazing football. Jalen Hurts looks great. Mm-hmm. Their offense looks good. Their defense looks good. Please do not rush Dak back just to get him in the game. And I feel like Dak is feeling the pressure himself.
Of course.
Because they said last night when they were in the presser, I was watching Undisputed earlier, and he's like, hey, Dak was like, hey, remember me? Like, they said Dak talked more last night than Cooper Rush did.
Yeah, I heard that
So
too.
it's like, hey, like, don't forget, like, I am the starting QB. I do make $40 million a year. Like, this is my team, you know. Like, don't forget. But I feel like at least for sure next week whenever we play the Eagles, start Cooper Rush. I'm not saying, hey, we're going to ride. I did say ride a hot hand, but I'm not saying we got to ride Cooper the rest of the season, but at least next week. Because right now, Dak is just now getting back into the swing of things. He's starting to throw the ball more and do more things with that hand. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, you have to be in game, like in play games to get in game shape. You know what I'm saying? So, Cowboys organization, whoever makes these decisions, please don't rush that boy back. Please.
No.
It's not worth it. We don't have to.
Right.
We don't have to.
Cooper Rush is buying them time.
He is.
He's buying them time. Even if we lose to the Eagles, that's still not because we're still number 2 in the East. We're doing good. So even if we lose this game coming up against the Eagles, I still don't say rush Dak back, because I'm telling you now, if you put Dak out there on that field and he does not perform, or we lose this game, it's going to be hell to pay. And I'm just going to be honest with you. And then let's talk about these Eagles real quick, because I think it's smoke and mirrors.
You do?
I don't know if I see the Eagles, but do I see the Eagles? And the reason why I say that, let's talk about the Eagles real quick. Sorry, Philly. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck the Eagles. Week 1. Detroit Lions. They beat them. It's the Lions. We're moving on. Need I say? I don't even have to comment on that.
And the Lions they scored 0 points yesterday. So.
See? I mean, the Lions are who they are. Then week 2, you got the Minnesota Vikings. I give you that, I guess. I mean, Minnesota's okay, but do we really fear Minnesota? When we think about Minnesota, does that bring fear to our hearts? Not mine, but Velz, you?
No.
Okay, Washington Commanders. Stop.
Obviously,
trash. No. Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, trash. Then they beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals is I'm sorry, Stephen A., an accident waiting to happen. I don't see the Cardinals doing anything this season. They've started off terribly. So these are the teams that the Eagles have played. This is not... It's 5-0. Yeah, but you're not playing anybody.
But
right
it's how they're winning.
You want to go through the scores? Okay, Detroit, 38-35.
Okay, that was close.
Minnesota, okay, 24-7. I give you that one. The Commanders, 24-8. It's Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jaguars, 29-21. And then Arizona, 20-17.
Close games.
You know?
Close games. They just look good. I believe
they look good.
I believe that Jalen Hurts looks great as a quarterback. He's running that ball, and that's one thing that we're gonna have to pay attention to next week. Which I have the utmost faith in our defense right now.
Man, defense is sick.
Like I said, we take on the Eagles this upcoming Sunday. I don't know about you, but I got the Cowboys winning. Like yesterday, before the Rams game started. I had a great feeling. I was like, you know what? I just feel like, because the Rams look terrible, right? They just don't look good. They don't look like they're playing good football. They had the last primetime game, which was what? Monday night? And I watched them play, and I'm like, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, they're definitely a shell of themselves. Stafford's definitely a shell of himself.
And we're talking about the defending champions.
Yes. I mean, they just won a few months ago, not even a year ago.
Right.
That O-line is terrible. Terrible.
Matthew Stafford looks... He don't look like he did in the Super Bowl.
Mm-mm.
Like, I just feel like this upcoming Sunday against the Eagles, I feel like we got something for him.
I think that will definitely be telling. If we go out there and take care of business, that will definitely be telling. We need to do what needs to be done. And I'm with you, Velz. I think the Cowboys going to walk away with this dub on Sunday night. I feel like our defense is filling themselves. Oh, yeah.
Not to the point to where they think they too good, but to the point to where they're like, hey, we know what we got. Mm-hmm. It's time to show up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? And our defense looks great. Now, Micah Parsons.
Ooh, the Lion is home.
He is, but he did get injured yesterday.
Growing.
And so I was listening to it on the radio this morning. They said he should be good because he was able to go back in the game and play and finish. Boy, did he finish. Did he finish that game with that sack that he had? He was able to finish, and then they said he came into the facility this morning, and he seemed to be, good. So I think we should be good moving forward with him this Sunday playing. I think he's going to start, but I got a good feeling against the Eagles. This has always been like a rivalry within the division. And so I'm excited about this game coming up Sunday. Man, it's going to be lit. I already know.
It's going to be a vibe.
And so, yeah. But Cowboys, look. Please continue to do your thing.
Yes.
Obviously, we talk a lot of stuff about y'all, and
because I love
we got a lot of haters. Yeah, you do that with people you love. You do that with people you care about, especially in sports teams.
Right.
And when you care as much as me and Lyse do about the Cowboys, we hold y'all to a high standard. Yes. We have high expectations for y'all. Now, obviously, after the first game, expectations drop. But since you've been performing, Cooper Rush, and since we've been winning games, now we expect you guys to keep it up.
Right.
Got to keep it up.
Got to
keep it up. I don't even want to see us lose.
No. I mean, we the momentum is definitely on our side. Rush Hour 4. Shout out to Michael Irvin that said that this morning.
That man right there crazy.
Rush Hour 4, man.
Yeah.
Rush Hour 4.
So Cowboys are looking good, and they need to keep it up. And let me call out CeeDee Lamb, please. CeeDee Lamb, I need you to come to the front of the congregation, please. CeeDee Lamb, thank you, sir. CeeDee Lamb, dude, number one. See, I told y'all this guy is not a number one receiver. And, I had to take some heat up. I'm taking heat from it at work because I've told them all the time, CeeDee Lamb not number one. And he proved that. And I don't care about the makeup catch that he made.
Which was an amazing catch.
It was great. It is definitely on the highlight reel.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't blow a 50-plus yard touchdown. You have to catch the ball. Jamar Chase gonna catch the ball. Jay Jettis gonna catch the ball. DK Metcalf gonna catch the ball. Clear-cut number ones are going to catch that ball. So how can we call this man a number one? I don't see it. I don't fear CeeDee Lamb. If I was on the opposing team playing defense against CeeDee Lamb, I'm not scared of him. He's not gonna put fear in my heart. Now, is he going to make those good plays? I think he's a great slot receiver. I think he's good on slants. He can get to the ball. He runs good routes. But the man has butterfingers. He has butterfingers. He does not know how to catch. Not consistently.
Right.
So I just feel like, again, I want him to succeed. I want him to be the number one since we did trade away Amari Cooper.
Yep.
So I'm not praying for the man's downfall at all. But what we need, he needs to arise to the occasion. He needs to be able to finally step into that role, embrace the 88 jersey, and play like an 88 receiver. Catch the ball, CeeDee Lamb. You dropped another one yesterday. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know if you need stickums on your gloves. I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I'm not praying for the man downfall. If he's going to be the number one receiver, I want him to be the number one receiver. You just got to be able to catch, baby. And you got to make defenses fear you. Yeah. I'm not scared of CeeDee Lamb. I'm scared of Jamar Chase. I'm scared of Jay Jettis. I'm scared of Tyreek Hill. I'm scared of those guys. CeeDee Lamb, I'm not scared of you. Make us fear you.
Yeah, I agree. He has to step up his game. I mean, and it may be a lot of pressure on him right now being wide receiver one, after they traded away Amari Cooper. Like you said, he's not doing it consistently. He's made some amazing catches.
Yes.
Especially that TD catch he had against, who was that?
That was Washington.
Against Washington. That was an amazing catch, but he also tricked the one earlier in that game and dropped the ball on the tip. Like, you got to finish. So I agree with you. He has to step up his game.
He does.
And maybe he's starting to get more comfortable as the season goes on.
Okay.
But right now,
we're in year 3.
No, yes, I get it. But he also wasn't wide receiver one in his first 2 years. So now that that is placed on him, he's wide receiver one. He's stepping up as a leader. Mm-hmm. Like, now he's probably starting to get a little bit more comfortable.
That's cool.
But as the season goes on, maybe he'll,
and
he'll settle in.
Yes.
He'll stop probably thinking, because I think that he's thinking about it too much. You can kind of tell, like, whenever he's going to catch the ball, he just be thinking about it too much. Because immediately after, he's like, oh, man, like, I got to catch that. Yeah, you do. And we all right there like, yes, you do.
Right.
You have to catch that ball.
Yes, you do.
But in order for us to go further, we need him. Now, I like Noah Brown.
I do. I like Noah Brown.
And then Gallup. You know what I'm saying? Once Gallup continues to get comfortable with after coming off of that injury.
Right.
I mean, we got a good receiver core. Like, we got a good wide receiver core.
It's straight.
It's all right. You know what I'm saying? It can carry us.
Yeah.
It can carry us, I feel like, as far as we need to go. Mm-hmm. But it starts with CD.
It does.
It starts with CD.
It does. It definitely does. Like I said, we love the Cowboys. We just going to see them continue to go on and ride this streak as long as how long it's gonna ride. We just gonna be in the car with them. So go Cowboys. Whoop Philadelphia Eagles behind come Sunday evening.
Let's go, because we all gonna be watching. So we gotta get this dub. Keep the streak going, man. Keep the streak going.
Yes. And just speaking of NFL and just the craziness of this season, man, I know everybody's talking about that Tua thing, that Tua concussion.
Oh yeah.
That Tua concussion. Man, and that was scary.
It was very scary.
I have to admit, I didn't watch any games in real time. That first one he had when he was like stumbling, and then that second one when he, man, it was scary.
Off the top of my head, and this was just like last week, but whenever I saw that play when he stumbled and they continued to let him play, I immediately knew, like, okay, something's not right. Tua's clearly concussed, okay?
Yeah.
So they decided to say, hey, look, he's fine. We tested him. He's good to go.
And that was the one that when he got up, he was stumbling?
Yeah.
Okay.
They played, I don't even remember if it was Thursday night or Monday night. It was a primetime game, and I believe it was a Thursday night game. And this man got hit so hard to where like his fingers started to curl up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. So for one, he was concussed in the first game, the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
2, somebody getting sued now because now you're messing with my long-term health.
Right.
I was watching that game in real time and I did see that hit. They immediately took him to the hospital. NFL, like CTE,
it's a real
concussions are real. They are nothing to play with. We cannot take those lightly. I mean, it's already, like you always say, it's already a barbaric sport. It's already a barbaric sport. These men are getting hit left and right. And I mean, they getting hit hard by 200 and 300 plus, 300 pound plus men. Like you have to make sure you take care of things like that, especially when you see a player get up and he's wobbling and he's walking in circles. And then he almost fell out again.
Yeah.
Like he almost fell out again. So now the Dolphins' backup quarterback is also in concussion protocol now. Like concussions are real and it seems like it's happening often now. Yeah. Like more often than it used to. Well, maybe it did happen back then. We just weren't paying attention to it much.
Right.
But it seems like it's happening more. Like, what do you have to say about the Tua situation?
Man, the Tua is very sad. It's very sad. And the Dolphins, I'm sorry, Miami's a terrible organization. I'm just sorry. Y'all just gotten a bad rap for the past couple of years. It's just Miami. I love Miami. The city of Miami. Right. I love Miami.
Yeah.
Turn up. Like, we go to Miami.
Yeah.
But as far as the organization for the football team is trash. There's no way when you saw Tua get hit and he stumbles like twice, that man is okay. And especially you get hit that way or you falter, however it was. Like I said, I didn't watch it in real time. I'm only watching clips. Yeah. And there's no way I can look at that and be like, stay out there, buddy. Go get him, Tiger. There's no way I would look at that situation and be like, that's okay.
And then you also can't make the excuse that like, oh, well, Tua said he was fine. No, that's why you get paid to keep him out of situations like this. Like save the player from themselves sometimes. Yes. That's what you have to do.
That's perfect. Save the player from themselves because he's an athlete and he's a warrior because you got to be a warrior to play football. So yeah, I'm fine. Ooh, right. I'm fine. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, that's not how it works. When you're dealing with the brain, that's different. And you got to, and he's young.
Yes.
That man could have died on that field or paralyzed. He could have been paralyzed from neck down.
The neck down for the rest of his life.
You know what I mean? Because that was like a 4-day turnaround from the first concussion. That man suffered a second concussion in 4 days. Miami, Dolphins, fire your own selves.
Right.
Sell the team. If you can't run the team the way it needs to be ran and players' health is in jeopardy, you need to go and get somebody in there that is a player's first company because do you know how bad that would have been if he would have died on that field or if he would have been paralyzed on that field? The NFL been shooken up, for one.
It would have.
All I'm saying is do better. Do better. From saying y'all was last year, y'all don't want to hire diverse coaches. You don't want, I don't try not to. Then y'all tanking for picks or stuff like it's just weird energy happening over in Miami. Do better. Do better.
Definitely. Gotta do better. So we hope the Tua is fine and he's continuing to recover.
And don't play until you are 100,000% okay to play.
Definitely.
So if that means you can't come back this season, I'd rather you be alive than trying to come back and play a football game.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. But they love the sport. They're athletes. You know what I'm saying? It means something to them. So we understand.
I get it.
But Tua, just stay going as long as you need to. Heal, get healthy. And then come back, ready to do your thing. Because I'm not gonna lie, like Tua had a decent start to this season.
Oh yeah, he did. I thought
he's been playing some football now. Man. And then so I get it. Like you finally winning some games and you're looking good, and you don't want to mess up a good thing. But your health and your life and everything else that come with that matters first. Like that's the most important thing. Important thing. Get healthy, Tua.
Get healthy, Tua, and soon, kind of, because my fantasy team has suffered. Since you haven't been playing, Tyreek Hill's not putting up the numbers that he was. So, Tua, I want you to be healthy and strong, but get there as fast as you can. All right. So, no, for real. Get well soon. Take it as much time as you need.
Definitely.
We're not really into gossip.
All right.
But sometimes 2 things can be true. And it just because it's just fun to talk about a little bit. But Tom Brady, my big boy Tom, man, getting a divorce.
Man.
Giselle said she's ready to sign them papers. Them papers.
Giselle's over it, clearly. Man. So supposedly, Tom and Giselle are splitting, allegedly. I mean, nothing's official yet. Obviously, right. Whenever married couples get divorces, like it's a long process. And so who knows? I mean, they may, work it out. But
I don't think
right now, they are splitting. And I can't say that I'm mad at or blame Giselle.
I'm definitely
Why? Because Tom is 45. He's been playing in the league for how many years? Over
20?
Over 19 now, over 19, 20 years. And no telling what conversations Giselle and Tom have had after his previous retirement.
Right.
When he called it quits the first time. And so as a woman, I'm kind of on her side. Like
I'm definitely on her side.
I feel how she's feeling because, you have these kids, and Tom's never home and you want this family. Like Tom is going to be 50 in 5 years. You don't have too many young years left.
Exactly.
And when I mean young, I'm not talking about football years. I'm talking about off the field with your family, enjoying time with your family, going to your kids' games, doing things off the field. So I really can't say that I blame her.
I don't blame Giselle. I don't blame Giselle at all. I think Tom Brady's being very selfish in this situation because Tom Brady has nothing else to prove. You are literally going to go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback that ever touched the football. Like you have, 7 rings?
Yep.
You did most of your time in New England. Then you go to Tampa Bay and you win. Like you've solidified your place in the hierarchy of the NFL. Like you're a Hall of Famer, undeniably, first ballot. You've accomplished a lot of things. There's no reason for a 45-year-old man to keep playing football when he's clearly the number one player of all times, really. And like you said, we don't know the conversations that had been had between the two. I honestly probably believe that he's probably been talking retirement since he hit 40. She allowed him to then go play. She allowed to him to go play in Tampa Bay. Then they won, and he probably was like, okay, this is going to be it. And then he's like, well, baby, I want to run it back. And she's like, okay, but if you don't get it, this is done, right? And he probably was like, yeah, I promise it's done. And then they don't get it. Then he retires, and then, a month into his retirement, he's back. So, yeah, like you said, he's not around. I mean, when you're that good and you care about the game, you're not around because you're too busy working on your craft. You're too busy getting better. And when you're 45 years old, and if you want to play in the NFL, you're going to be doing a lot of rehabbing. You're going to be doing a lot of working out. You're not going to be in the house.
Yeah.
Because you have to get ready to go out there and fight against 20-year-old men. Men that are half your age.
Right.
So I'm not mad at Giselle because he's choosing football over family, even though she's giving you her best year. Remember, Giselle is a supermodel. So literally she put her career on the back burner for you, and you can't do that for her. Selfish. So Giselle, I don't want anybody to break up. I believe in marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. But also in the marriage, you do have to understand it's give and take.
Yep.
Give a little, take a little. And if you promised this woman that you were going to quit or retire and then you didn't, she has every right to say she wants to be done. Because I'm sure now in her 40s, she wants to have a real marriage. Yeah. And she's raised those kids on her own. And she's paid. It's not like she needs Tom. She has her own money. She makes more money than Tom Brady. So people are like, oh, man, the money. No, she has her own. So that's how you know that she's done. And that's how I was telling people, like, that's how you know she's done. If she stays, it's because she loves him and she wants this to work.
Right.
It's definitely not about the money. She has her own money. She can go get her own mansion. You know what I mean? She don't need Tom Brady for money. But again, we're gonna leave it at that. We want Tom Brady, Giselle to work it out. Whatever that leads to, whether it's a separation, whether it's coming back together. I just hope it does not affect his game, which I can imagine that it will. But hopefully it doesn't.
Like it has a little bit, actually.
I'm sure it's a lot. And then, You know, because everybody's weighing in on your personal life. Nobody likes that.
Right.
So, since he's playing, I still wish Tom Brady well, but hopefully his personal can get together.
Definitely. All right, so we're done with that.
Done.
We're going to go ahead and move on to the other league, the other association.
The NBA, and they're drunk.
Right. Every day is something with the NBA. But, man, for one, the NBA is back. If you don't know, preseason games have started. Mm-hmm. But before these preseason games started, right when it was getting ready to kick off, some news came out.
Oh, boy.
Coach that was just in the finals. Ime Udoka is suspended for a year. Oh. You want to tell him why he's suspended, Shalise?
Oh, Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka from Boston Celtics. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure you've heard Ime Udoka has been suspended for sexual misconduct. He supposed to start off as a year suspension and has now been raised to indefinite. So how I feel about this is it's you may be shocked. It's wrong. You should not suspend people because they had an affair. Unless it's criminal. Unless it's a criminal offense. These are two consenting adults. So when it's consensual, there's not a crime. Now, if you have some kind of policy in place where you can't fraternize with other coworkers. Okay, so that's what it is?
Yes.
Okay, so the woman should be suspended too. It should go hand in hand. We haven't heard about anything. We finally just saw what she looked like after he'd been plastered all over the internet. Right. That's so embarrassing. Was it a morality code that was broken? Yes, it was, because he is involved with, famed actress Nia Long. And we all love us some Nia Long. And he stepped out. And the thing is, he's not married. That's the thing. Udoka's not married.
Right.
He's in a 10-year engagement. Weird, but whatever works for them, that works. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to give the facts. He's not married, so when you're not married, you're technically single. So is it cheating? Yes, the morality of it all, he's wrong for.
Yes.
Consenting adults, that's not a problem. Now, does it violate teen code of conduct? Maybe so, but he should not be the only one in the hot seat. It takes two to tango.
It does.
He can't tango by himself. I mean, I guess he can, but but he can't tango by himself. And so I don't think it's right that his name is being smeared and plastered all over the line and getting his life picked apart. And this woman, she's just sitting over there just scot-free.
Right.
And what you thinking? And then we can move
on. Yeah, but it's so much more that we just don't know.
Right, I'm sure.
Because I've seen tweets and things of that nature that talk about like some of the language that he was using and talking.
Did she report it?
Talking to this woman in a different manner. I don't think she reported it. I'm hearing that he was investigated by the VP because he was messing with the VP's wife. Mm-hmm. This is just what I'm hearing.
Right,
all these things are alleged. Like this is
everything's allegedly.
This is not true facts or statements. This is just what I'm seeing on Twitter.
Right.
And so I think it's just deeper than what we know for sure.
Then why is any deeper, like where it's straying on the side of criminal?
Not on the side of criminal, but it's just a little bit deeper. Like I heard Matt Barnes say that, once we find out what's going on,
it'll make more sense.
Yeah, he would be surprised if he's ever hired for another team again.
Wow.
He said that. Okay. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be something deeper than just him getting caught. Now, what I will say is I do not like how, like, he's plastered all over the internet. I don't like how, at first, whenever this news first broke, it just said that he was suspended for a year for, violating the code of conduct. But then it came out, was like, oh, well, he really suspended for messing with a woman, at the job. Like, I did not like, I didn't agree with. You should have just kept it behind closed doors. Hey, he's suspended, and he's going to be suspended for a year,
right.
And it should have just been that.
Yeah.
I don't think that his business should have got out like that. I don't think that should have got out because I think that it was consensual.
Yes.
Both of them were in it.
Right.
So I think it should have just stayed that he was suspended, and that was it. And we move on from that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I don't know. Was he wrong?
Yeah, morally.
Morally, yes, he was wrong, and I'm not here to judge. I'm like men cheat, women cheat. Like, was he wrong? Yes. Now, the way it came out, I don't know if I like that.
Nah, it could have definitely been handled in-house. For sure. Just like another thing that should have been handled in-house.
Right.
Fire whoever is on that Golden State Warriors staff that leaked that knockout punch.
Man.
Embarrassing, one. Mm-hmm. Two, this is controversy for no reason.
Yeah.
Management in Golden State, San Francisco Bay Area, fire whoever that snake is. Because that's exactly what it is.
They sold him out, boy, literally.
In case y'all haven't heard, Draymond Green versus Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole got knocked up. Yeah.
He did.
You got knocked the fuck out.
And it was pretty bad.
It was really bad. Like, so of course, again, I'm a Twitter head. Like, obviously I'm on social media, but Twitter is my thing. I'll go on there, I'll refresh, I'll just scroll and read the different things. I follow different NBA insiders and people are giving out information. So when I saw that Draymond could possibly be suspended for hitting Poole, I'm like, wait a minute, what? Didn't y'all just win a championship last year?
Right.
Like, why are we already fighting in this just preseason? Like, It's training camp. Like, why are we fighting already?
So what caused it?
In the video, I don't know. So what? Again, I'm on
from
Twitter.
what allegedly
Poole did his thing last year. You know what I'm saying? He hooped to where he earned that bag.
Okay.
So now Poole is about to get paid, and now everybody is noticing in the organization that Poole has changed a little bit. He acting a little different. He's smelling himself. You know what I'm saying? He feeling himself a little bit.
So
everybody has noticed that, though. That's what they said.
Okay.
So from the clip that I saw, it looked like they were just, arguing his teammates, but it didn't seem to be like as big because the rest of his teammates that were actually on the court looked like they were paying attention to a coach.
Right.
They looked like they were getting, coached or something. I don't know. But they weren't even paying attention to Poole and Draymond.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I see Draymond leave from the sideline where he was, and he makes his way over to Poole. Mind you, the video that TMZ put out, there was no audio. Yeah. So he makes his way to Poole, and he kind of chest bumps him a little bit. Mm-hmm. So any man gonna push, like, hey, bro, like, move, back up. Mm-hmm. Soon as Poole pushed him, Draymond leaned into that boy. He hit him hard. I know it hurt. I know it had to hurt.
He slapped him.
I did watch the Laker versus Warrior preseason game last night, and I did look at Poole's face. Didn't look like it. He didn't look like he had a black eye.
Yeah.
Didn't look bruised. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how hard Draymond hit him, but from the clip that I saw,
he slept him.
It looked like he slept that man.
He slept him.
Looked like he slept that man to where, like, now they want Draymond to fight in the celebrity.
They want Draymond
in the celebrity matches. Like,
show him get us, huh?
But what I will say is, and he's already come out to apologize about it. Draymond did. Yeah. He was wrong.
Of course.
He was wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't care what Poole said. I don't care how he been acting. Like, that's something that you do not do. That is assault.
Yes, it's a very
like, you do not put your hands on nobody like that.
No. Absolutely.
And right now, I know that it's a little, it's a little awkward.
I'm sure.
Draymond has literally dismissed himself from the team, saying that he needs some time to kind of like get his mind right. But he did apologize. Mm-hmm. He apologized not only to Poole, but to the whole entire team, the whole entire organization. But this is just another Draymond is angry incident. He's angry. He want to be tough dog. He an alpha male. Like, I like Draymond. I used to not like him.
Oh, man. I love Draymond.
I used to not like Draymond until I found out him and Brian were cool. Once I saw that they were cool, and, I respect them a little bit. Like, Draymond is just Draymond. I'm like, okay, I like him. He cool. I ain't got no issues with him. But it's one thing to hear about that punch in practice.
Right.
Like, everybody heard about it. But the next day when that video surfaced, it was totally different. Like, when you see it versus hearing it, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, he hit that man.
Yeah, he did.
It's bad. It's bad. So, Draymond was wrong for that, but I'm glad that he apologized. He took ownership. He took accountability. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that he's taking time away from the team because it's probably kind of bothering him now, like, because he probably knows that he's wrong. But Draymond, yeah, you was wrong for that, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he was.
You wrong. I mean, you obviously you don't need nobody else telling you that because you know yourself, but
Right.
you was wrong for that.
You was wrong.
And you shouldn't have did that. And you've been talking about, new media this, new media that, which you have been putting on for the new media. And you've been doing your thing on your podcast, but
Keep your hands to yourself.
keep your hands to yourself. And then like now you're just proving them other people right.
Yeah.
Like you cannot put your hands on people. Have you not learned? Like
What you say? Keep your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself.
keep your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself. I mean, I'm telling you, I think that Draymond will still have that same fire and passion about the game.
Yeah.
But I think that this is gonna change a lot for him. Like it's gonna be different for him moving forward.
I don't want to take that fire away. I think that's part of his game. He is a bully. I mean, he's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want this incident to take away that from him. But obviously, a conversation needs to be had between Draymond and Jordan Poole. And we don't even know if that has happened. It probably has because honestly, I think that video is actually a few days old before it was even released.
Yeah.
And again, that's an in-house matter.
Nobody
Nobody needed to know that.
That video should have never got out.
Should have never got out. And the fact that you sold your soul for a couple of dollars, whoever that was out there in Golden State.
Which I'm sure they will investigate.
Yeah, I heard they are investigating that. You need to get that snake out of here, like I said, because there's no room for that. Some things is just meant for the locker room, meant for that
in-house.
In-house.
In-house. And I'm sure TMZ paid a pretty penny for that video.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they paid a pretty penny.
I'm
It's hard.
sure.
Say that 5 times.
Paid a pretty penny.
I'm sure they paid for that. And I'm
Yeah.
sure it was, it was enticing. Like
I'm
it was,
sure.
tempting to go ahead and give it up.
Well, you got to go. I don't want nobody in my team leaking out information. That's crazy.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how the Warriors rebound from that moving forward. And honestly, I feel like the Warriors are still gonna be good this year. I just feel like the relationship, the Draymond era, will probably be over soon.
I've heard
in Golden State.
And if that's the case, Draymond, Dallas said, "What's up?"
And so did the Lakers, because I'm sure he gonna want to play with LeBron, his homie, his pal, his bud. So they've been talking about that. They said that Draymond want to be in LA. So I don't know. We'll see. That's
Draymond.
That time will come.
You don't want nobody all in your videos, dancing, singing. Welcome to the Dallas Mavericks.
You so funny.
No, but that's good. But that's basically what's been going on so far. But y'all, it's coming.
Oh yeah.
The NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, it's knocking on the door, ain't it?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited because, man, y'all all know, obviously, I am a LeBron fan. If you have not heard me say it, here we go again. I am a LeBron James fan. He plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers were sorry last year. And I don't believe that it was because of the players. I just believe that it was because of injuries.
Okay.
So I didn't get to see them play like I wanted to see them play last year. But guess what? We back. This is a new year.
Y'all doing something.
A new dawn, a new day. We're back. Now.
What y'all Lake Show over there gonna do? What y'all gonna do out there?
Look, so we got new pickups that we have. We got Patrick Beverly, which if he's not on my team, I don't like him, can't stand him. But when he's on my team, of course, I like him. I love him.
I hate that y'all picked up Pat Bev.
We got Troy Brown Jr. We got Thomas Bryant, who's also new. We got Max Christie, Damian Jones, Kendrick Nunn. He was already on the Lakers, but did not play all last season because of a weird injury. Don't know why, but he's back and he looks good. Austin Reeves is back. Now we just re-signed Dennis Schroeder. Juan Toscano Anderson. We got Lonnie Walker IV from the San Antonio Spurs. And a few others that they've signed as of late. Now, I've watched a few of their preseason games. And let me just say this. Like, when the season ended, obviously, they were almost like the Cowboys to me. I just didn't want nothing to do with them. They left a bad taste in my mouth. Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch
for the Lakers
out.
Y'all got too many guards on y'all team, man.
You better watch out for the Lakers. I'm telling you now, because if we stay healthy, we're going to be in the Western Conference Finals. I'm calling it now. On Loc'd In Sports, episode 5.
Breaking news, y'all.
If they stay healthy, they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
Wow.
Russell Westbrook,
Y'all gonna do
Obviously, we didn't trade Russ. Russ is still on the roster. And I was fine with that decision. Now, would I have loved to get Buddy Hield, Miles Turner? Of course I would have. But Russ has something to prove this year, and I feel like he's going to come back with a vengeance. They haven't played too many preseason minutes together, LeBron, Russ, AD, and the new core. They have not played too many preseason minutes together. I'm hoping that they play Wednesday night. They play the Timberwolves, I believe, Wednesday night. And so I'm hoping to see like AD, Brian, Russ, Pat, Bev. Like I'm hoping to see all of them. Kendrick Nunn, Austin Reeves. Let me tell y'all something about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves look good. He made a move last night. He faked stuff out so bad. Like I'm like, Austin looks good. I was looking at like the bench players they were putting in. Because sometimes it's not about your first five and the 6 men that come out the bench. Sometimes it's about your depth.
Yeah. You're right. Gotta have a
Looking at some of these guys come off this bench, like, I feel like we got depth. Like, I feel like they get in the game, they compete, we hitting shots, we're playing defense. You know what? I'm excited about the season. I really am. Like, I feel like this is just going to be a different season. It's year 20 for LeBron. And let me just say, Bron had 23 in the first half 2 games ago. He didn't play in his last preseason game, but the game before that against the Suns, when they had Chris Paul playing, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, everybody was playing now.
Okay.
Bron had 23. Now, he didn't get in the second half. He had 23 points in the first half. He was looking like he was 37 going on 27. Year 20 is coming.
Okay.
And a lot of y'all gonna be mad when he passed Kareem. And I'm glad Bron came out and said he ain't got no relationship with Kareem. He said, I don't think nothing about Kareem. I ain't got no relationship. Because Kareem been acting real weird. Now that LeBron has gotten closer to passing his all-time scoring record in the NBA, he been acting a little weird coming out saying stuff about Bron. It's just like, why? That energy is not needed. Like, you should be like happy. Yeah. You've held on to this record over 40 years. Like, ain't nobody touched it. And now that somebody is, now all of a sudden you got everything to say. Like I said, year 20 is coming for LeBron. And I hope that he stays healthy, knock on wood. I hope that AD stays healthy, knock on wood. Because if they do, it's going to be a long season for a lot of other teams. Yeah. And people are going to be mad. Everybody already trying to say the Lakers still going to be sorry. I just don't see it. But not only can LeBron pass Kareem this year, he can also pass Magic on the assist the assist list or whatever all time. Now I don't know where Magic is right now. I just know that Bron is going to pass him this year. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it's going to be a big year for Bron.
Oh yeah, and but I don't want it to just be a big year for him. Like I want the Lakers to succeed, man. I want them to succeed, and I really feel like they are. And I'm excited about the season. I'm excited.
I could tell that you're so excited that you're not even thinking clearly. I think the Lakers are who they are. I think y'all.
Have you watched?
I admit I haven't seen preseason games.
Right.
I love it, feisty. I love it when it's NBA season. It's gonna get real
yes,
right here.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna take everything offensive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take offense to everything she say. Let's go.
Nah. And see, it's different with football because we're on the same team, but basketball's a little bit different. So it's going to get a little chippy around these parts. But I think the Lakers are who they are. I think y'all need to still figure out what y'all doing with Russell Westbrook. I mean, we got to figure that out because I don't think he's a fit. And I've said that, and I'm going to continue to say it till he proves otherwise or the Lakers prove otherwise. Pat Bev was definitely a great pickup. I'm really jealous about that, wishing that was on our side. But that's cool. So it's interesting to see what Pat Bev does for y'all. I think it's going to give y'all some more of that bully attitude.
Yes, I love it.
AD's body made of glass. I have nothing for him. I don't think he's going to hold up. So we'll see. We're going to call that a wash.
He claims he wants to play all 82 this year. We'll see.
That's not... I mean, you know what? I never wish injury on anybody. But come on, AD. Let's be realistic. Is Carmelo still on the team?
No. Wow. I wish he was. I don't know why they didn't bring him back, but he's not on the team.
Carmelo may be it for him.
He still got it, though.
I know he do, but I mean, people are not trying to waste no money on Carmelo unless he's willing to, take a significant pay cut. Can't pay you like a starter or a star player. You're not that anymore.
He ain't been getting paid like that for the past few years.
Oh, okay. Well, if he take like some veteran minimum, he can find himself on somebody's squad.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will pick him up. They should.
But I like Carmelo, man. I watched that damn
The Redeem team.
The Redeem team.
Yes,
I think I got more respect for him after watching that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carmelo deserves to be playing on somebody's team. We make him, if he's willing to come to Dallas, I don't mind him sitting on the bench, giving us that extra score off the bench.
Right.
But yeah, I think LA is cool. I think they'll be in the mix. I don't have them ranking high. It's early still, but they'll be in the mix. I see them in that between the 5 to 8 seed for sure.
Mm-hmm.
My Mavs, man. My Mavs.
Okay.
I don't want to spend too much because I really don't have a lot of information. All I know, and I'm going to say this right now, what I'm calling right now, Velz, you call what you had to call. It's my turn. Luka's going to be MVP this year. This is Luka's MVP year. It's going to be Luka. Mark my words. Luka looking slim and trim. I want to go smoke hookah with Luka.
You so stupid.
No, Luka Doncic, this is gonna be his MVP year. I think we're surrounding him with some players, some big boys, some big bodies. You know, Christian Wood's on the team.
Yeah.
You know, we went and picked up and got JaVale McGee. Tim Hardaway Jr. is back. Spencer Dinwiddie, you know what time it is. Yeah, y'all know his name. Don't act like you don't. He's back. Dorian Finney-Smith doing what he does. 3-and-D guy, one of the best. Josh Green, I heard he's improved his game over the summer. I'm excited to see what he does. Because Josh Green, I think he's going to be a good player. Not a great player. I think he's going to be a good player. He needs to be a more confident player. He's a little hesitant. He doesn't show a lot of confidence. But I'm willing to work things out with him. I want to see what he can do. Right. And I cannot forget our draft pick. And he's the second coming of Russell Westbrook. I'm saying that today on Loc'd N Sports. Okay. I'm talking about that number 3. I'm talking about Jaden Hardy. He's going to be the steal of the draft. Okay. Mark my words. You might not see it in his first half of the season because he got to learn how to play. He plays so fast. He got to learn how to let the game come to him. Mm-hmm. But mark my words, Jaden Hardy's going to be a problem. If you don't see it right now, you'll see it in the second half of this season. Or you might even see it in year 2. But you're going to see flashes of him. And you're going to be like, yeah. Jaden Hardy has those bunnies. He's jumping out those gyms. I'm telling you, second coming to Westbrook. Just stay tuned. It's going down. And I got the Mavs. I'm going to jump out the window on y'all. Top 3 in the West. Top 3 in the West.
Top 3, okay.
Dallas Mavs. Luka's MVP year. You already know what time it is. And that's all I got for the NBA preview.
Look, okay. I didn't give my prediction as to where I think the Lakers will be. You know what? Since they played so bad last year, I'm gonna just say top 5. Give me top 5.
Okay, top 5.
Top 5, 6 at the worst. Top 6. But I'm going like they're gonna make the playoffs.
Got 5 through 8.
First of all, they're gonna make the playoffs this year. Let's just start there.
All right, y'all.
They're gonna make the playoffs this year. AD is gonna play over half the games. And I just think again, the reason why Shalise don't think that AD gonna hold up, which I'm there with her because he has shown that he gets hurt a lot. The reason why she think that AD ain't gonna hold up is because she don't want him to. Oh, you don't want AD to hold up because if he does, scary hours.
That's not why AD has shown me year after year he can't hold up. I ain't worried about AD.
Scary hours.
AD don't put no fear in my heart,
baby. Because look, I'm telling you, that's he's the one. If he stays healthy, we are in the Western Conference Finals.
If was a fifth, we all be drunk. He ain't done it. You know him.
Well, in 2020 he did, and guess what happened in 2020?
Girl, they had a 5-month hiatus.
Are the champions.
Okay, she's trying to get on my nerves, folks. First of all, we got to move on. But I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on.
Let's go.
The Lakers, that 2020 championship got asterisked by it.
No, it don't. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. But no, it doesn't. I hate when y'all do that because after Mavericks won, you be talking noise.
It would still be an asterisk.
You be talking noise. No, it would not be, Shalise.
It was a 4-5 month break, Cavell.
Everybody had the same 4 or 5 month break, Shalise.
You all had time to heal, get healthy.
Everybody had that same chance.
I get it.
So let's not do that.
Let's not do that. The bubble was a whole different game.
Also, people got hurt in the bubble too.
I understand that. Okay.
Let's not do that.
No.
We'll talk about that another day.
We're gonna have a section.
NBA is coming.
We're gonna have a section for that 2020 NBA Finals championship, that whole bubble era. We're gonna just have a show just dedicated to that. Right. But we'll come back to that. But NBA's on the way, Bill.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
Man.
All right, so on to the WNBA.
Man.
Just to kind of cap that off, WNBA season just ended like a little over a month ago, maybe a month ago. The Aces won their first championship of their, of the Aces organization.
Yes.
Asia Wilson.
Big Asia.
Also,
not the little one.
Before the finals was even over, Asia Wilson won MVP. I think the last episode we mentioned her as winning.
Can we clap it up for Asia MVP?
Oh, yeah.
Asia MVP. We knew that was coming.
We mentioned that Asia was the defensive player of the year on our last episode.
Right.
And since then, she also won the MVP. So not only did she get defensive player of the year, she also won MVP in the same year.
Yep.
And then Chelsea Gray was the
finals MVP.
The finals MVP. They beat the Connecticut Sun in how many games?
Was it 3-1?
Did they go 4 or did they go 5? I think they went 4.
They went 4.
So it was like 3-1.
3-1.
I believe. But
yeah.
I mean, the finals were entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
Also, Alyssa Thomas, she plays for the Suns, recorded the first triple-double in WNBA history.
Let's give it up for Alyssa.
Even though they didn't get they didn't win the championship, but I mean, just for her to make history that way, not only did she record the first triple-double in WNBA history, she also had a back-to-back triple-double.
Man.
And what was the stat? So in game 4, she had 16 points. Mm-hmm. She had 15 rebounds and 11 assists in game 4. And then in game 5, she had 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. I mean, those are NBA numbers. Like an NBA player come up to bench and get those numbers or start and get those numbers. So just wanted to shout out the WNBA. I mean, it was a really good series.
It was. It was fun.
A good series.
It was really fun.
It was entertaining.
Yep. Sold out. All the games were sold out, whether you was in Las Vegas or you was in Connecticut.
Yes.
Games were sold out.
Yes, they were. And it was actually I love the fact that I seen a lot of NBA players at those games.
Shout out to Ja Morant.
Yeah, Ja Morant. I remember seeing, I want to say Chris Paul. Was Chris Paul there one night? It was a few of them that showed up to the games.
Yeah.
And it was just good. It was great to see them showing support to those ladies. Because I feel like that's what could help grow the NBA and have more fans watch and go to games. What do you think?
I agree. I agree with you 110%. And me and Velz had this side conversation about how can the WNBA grow. What needs to happen for the WNBA to grow? Because I promise you guys, y'all are missing out on great basketball just by being sexist. And that's just weird. That's just weird behavior.
Yeah.
But I was thinking a couple of ways to grow the WNBA. Excellent job with putting them on TV. I think it needs to be on more of the ABCs and the TNTs and the ESPNs and stuff like that, to get more viewership. I think once you're more exposed to the game, the more you be like, okay, this stuff was always on. Let me just see what it looked like.
Right.
And I think that's how you gain viewership. And also I think, man, the community needs to rally behind it.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? It's always the actors always going to the NBA games, the rappers always going. Like, how about you show some support to WNBA? And like I was telling Velz, I'm like, Drake love women. And he like basketball women. Drake need to show up to a couple of them games because everybody do what Drake do anyway. They see Drake going to all the games, then, oh, shoot, Drake at the game? I guess I'll go to the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if the community was behind the sport, because everybody follows hip hop anyway, right? Everybody does what the hip hop artists do. So if they start seeing those guys sitting courtside, having a good time, Snapchatting, Instagramming live, and all that kind of, more people will follow suit. So that's just something to think about. And I don't want to forget this real quick. Becky Hammond did win Coach of the Year. Comes to no surprise. Yeah. But I did still want to shout out Becky Hammond.
First year.
Coach of the Year. Yeah. She's doing her thug thizzle. And but yeah, how do you think we should grow the game?
Same, like you just said, more celebrities going to the game, more celebrities shouting it out via their social media platforms. Just having the support like they did with some of the NBA players going and sitting courtside. I'm sure them tickets ain't nothing, but I'm sure it's not that expensive to go.
It ain't like going to an NBA game.
Right, it's
different.
Like but now if we grow the league,
of course.
Then of course the ticket prices will go up. But I just think, just more male support, more male support than anything. And also just a lot of women backing it up and watching and shouting it out via social media. So, I agree. Drake, people like Drake, people like,
Lil
even
Baby.
like, Quavo and them, you know what I'm saying?
All
like,
them that be going to the NBA games.
Yes.
Take y'all butts on over there to WNBA.
Because it's just as entertaining. Those women put in the same amount of work and they play basketball. They are real hoopers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just more fundamentally sound, but they are real hoopers. And I think that they deserve the same support as the NBA does. Now, obviously, are you going to see dunks left and right? No. Now, you will see a dunk occasionally, though.
Yeah, you'll get a dunk. You'll get a dunk. You'll get a little two-hand jammer.
I think that's, how you should, you start giving away more tickets, like on, the radio stations, like K104 and 99 or whatever your popular radio station is in your town, in your city, your state. Yeah. That way, and then start taking your kids early.
Especially your little girls that hoop.
Yes.
Take them to the game. Let them see what professional women's basketball looks like.
Right. That way they can get motivated and, hey, I want to be like Asia.
Right.
I want to be like whoever, whoever they look up to and admire in the WNBA. But I can't wait for those girls to come back. I know most of them have already gone back overseas.
Yeah. Team USA ball.
Team USA is playing in the FIBA World Cup thing. They're doing their thing for Team USA. Those games come on so late though. It'd be hard for me to catch. They come on early, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Or they come on at 12, 1 a.m. I really be wanting to watch. I think they play tomorrow.
I might catch that.
I think they play either tomorrow or the day after that. I do want to catch the game, but I mean, it's just tough whenever you got to go to work the next morning. But they are doing their thing over there right now. Right now, they're currently undefeated.
Yeah.
So we want them to continue to do their thing. But yeah, man, like, we gonna continue to vouch for the WNBA.
For sure.
Because they deserve it. And we love all sports.
We love all sports. And to that real quick, and then we'll wrap it. That parade, that's just, it shows that the support is there.
I didn't get to see the parade stuff.
Okay, well, I saw clips and things like that, and I was watching some of the lives, like Kelsey Plum's live, Sydney Coleman's live. Like, they
showed up.
Yeah, they was
showed up and showed out for them.
Now, could it have been more, of course, but no, they was thick. It was solid in there. So Las Vegas know how to cheer for a team. Right. I give it that. So like Velz said, let's just grow this league, man. It's a really good sport. It's fun. The atmosphere is lit. So yeah, just give it a chance. And speaking of WNBA, just WNBA period, and her women's basketball, your girl Kim Mulkey. Oh, Kim Mulkey. So she was asked, and I'm in quote.
Free BG, start there. Let's just start there. She's still there. She's still locked up in Russia. She has been there since February. Mm-hmm. I've lost count on the days, but I know it's over 200 days now at this point. Yeah. So free BG.
Free BG as always, man. And Kim Mulkey, she is now the head coach of LSU women's basketball. She used to coach Brittany Griner at Baylor back when they had won the championship. Mm-hmm. And I believe a reporter, the last name is Diaz, in quotations, this is what Diaz says. I just wanted to get your thoughts on Brittany Griner's situation. I don't think I've seen anything from you on that. Then Kim Mulkey replies, in quotes, and you won't.
And you won't. That's how she said it.
How do you feel about that? Brittany Griner is, as we all know, like you said, overseas, locked in Russian prison. Kim Mulkey was her coach, helped her win a championship in Baylor. And someone asks about this, and that's her reply, and you won't. She has nothing to say about it. So how do you feel about that? I guess her comment or non-comment.
I have so much respect for Kim, man. Like, she one of those coaches to where I kind of follow her career, and I see what she does for those young women that come and play for her. I love her style. I love the way she dresses. I love, like, how she coaches and how she's so passionate about, her teams. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Kim. And honestly, we don't know the reason why she's not saying anything about the Brittany Griner situation. But why are you choosing not to say anything about the Brittany Griner situation? Like, is it because you're disappointed in Brittany? Is it because You don't want to say the wrong thing about the situation. Like, what is it? Is it because y'all fell out behind closed doors and now this is out publicly and they're asking you questions publicly and you don't want to say anything publicly about it? Like, what could possibly keep you from talking about this topic? Why aren't you saying anything? Why aren't you shedding light? Somebody who coached this girl, y'all won a championship together. Mm-hmm. She played her heart out for you. What's going on, Kim? I don't personally understand why she's not saying anything, and like I said, it's disappointing to see this.
It is disappointing, and I will say that even if you don't want to be involved in that, because it's political, it is what it is. It's political. So if you don't want to take a political stance, understood. Everybody doesn't want to go fall into that trap.
Right.
So a simple answer would be, I wish her well. I hope this could be resolved soon. Simple.
Right.
Simple. You don't sway one way or the other. You just, hopefully this be resolved soon, whatever that means.
Yeah. Wish
her well, whatever that means. You don't have to speak directly to it. It's ways to say it without coming off being a butthole, Kim.
Yeah.
Because it comes off as you being a butt. In my opinion, it comes off as you being a butthole. And if I was in that situation and one of my coaches from the past, just really kind of just dismissed it, I feel away. I definitely would feel away because I'm like, dang, I played for you. I talked to you or whatever. You could at least wish me well or say something. I'm praying for your family.
Say something. Anything. She ain't saying nothing about it.
So that's a little weird. That's a little weird, Kim. Do better. I mean, that's all. Like I said, I'm not trying to get I'm not trying to assassinate a person's character. That's never my intent. So all I would just say is do better. And there's other ways you could have handled that question besides, and you won't. Like, that's really tacky, in my opinion. And to kind of wrap things up, man, BG is still over there, unfortunately, but there may be a little sunshine at the end of the tunnel. So Bill Richardson, he is an ex-New Mexico governor. He has traveled to Moscow to advocate for the wrongfully detained Americans over there in Russia. All right. And this is in quotes. He's cautiously optimistic that Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan will be home soon. He's also predicting that these two could be home before the year is over. I hope this is true. I hope that this saga will end. I hope that Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan will be back on American soil with their families and their loved ones and their team or their, soon. And I hope that this ex-governor of New Mexico, Bill Richardson, is really over there advocating to bring these people home.
I do too.
So, I mean, that's all I really have. We haven't really gotten too much on Brittany Griner, but this is the information that just recently came out. And he believes this is going to be ending soon. And so at this point, that's all we got is hope and belief.
Yep.
And, free BG.
See. Free BG. We'll see. We're going to continue to keep her name going. And hopefully she is released soon. Mm-hmm. Because she's just, at this point, it's just like ridiculous. Like how selfish and and just like how they're being with this whole situation, because she doesn't deserve to be there. She really don't. No. But anyway, I believe that's it, ain't it?
I believe that's it, man. I think this is a wrap on EP 5. I think this was a good one.
Wrap on EP 5. Y'all know we'll be back for episode 6 soon, so
it's coming.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, man. You already know what it is. It's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl, Velz, a.k.a. Velly, if that's what you want to call me.
And we are Locked In Sports.
I like sports, and that's it.